people? This is the CornaStore Podcast, episode 35. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share the content. You find us on YouTube, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and iTunes. Appreciate all y'all support. I'm just Rob on the mic. Joining me on the panel, we got Nelly, we got Eric, and we got Phil. How y'all doing, fellas?
What's up, baby?
What's going on?
What to do?
It's the return.
I want to take a minute, fellas, to before we get started into the situation, just kind of touch bases with everybody. As most of you guys know, I haven't been on for a while, so I just kind of want to just touch bases with everybody, just kind of tell you guys how I feel and what's been going on lately with me. First off, like I said, I want to apologize first off to the fellas. Mental health is real, man. And for those who don't feel like it's not important or it's not a big deal, it is a really big deal. I've been going through my own battles with certain things, and it has affected obviously my relationship with you guys and just stuff in general. And I just want to apologize if I've been distant or if I've been kind of out the loop lately. It's nothing personal. We all need to do a better job of communicating and checking on each other. Even if it's just man, how you feeling mentally? Like I said, I've been kind of going through a little rough patch in general, and some of it just kind of just in my own head. Some of it is legit. But I just want you to let you guys know that I'm sorry if I've been just totally out the loop and just distant. That's not what real friends do. And I haven't really been a good friend lately. So like I said, I apologize if I haven't been there physically and mentally with you guys lately. So I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. So going forward, if I will do a better job of just being present and just being communicative. I haven't been none of those things lately. So I just want to start off the podcast by saying that first. And I'm glad to be back. I'll leave it at that.
That's what's up, baby.
Yeah, man. So good, man. Apology accepted. I mean, I never.
Let me go get a drink now. I'm finna go get my cocktail now. Go ahead, y'all.
There's never no love lost, man. I mean, we was always wondering what was going on with you. So, glad to have you back, man. And hopefully, actually start next week, man. We're going to be going back to nights because my schedule is going to be back full time as far as like having Monday and Tuesday off, and I work every Sunday morning now. So start next week, it's going to be in the evening. I mean, if that works out for you, just let us know.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, glad to have you back, man. You never gotta apologize, man. It was more or less, concern. You know what I'm saying? Because anytime anybody missing from the picture for any significant amount of time and you're not hearing from, you just get worried. So, I was worried, and I don't like for my mind to wander because all kind of crazy shit come up out of my mind. So. Yeah, I just, like I say, that's kind of why I reached out to your wife just to see what was going on. And I'm glad she got you plugged back in. So yeah, we was missing you, man. Just worried about you. Glad you know what I'm saying, you taking whatever steps you need to get, back to where you feel like you need to be. So we always hit for you though, man. 100.
For sure. I appreciate that, guys. I really do.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
How's the baby doing, man?
Man, everybody grown, man. She's getting old, man. She's 3, man, but these kids nowadays grow up so fast, man. So she talking now and holding conversations, and so keeping me busy, man. That's for sure. How the kids going, fellas?
Man, they good, man. Shit, Chloe talk her ear off, and Pilar, she's almost getting there as far as trying to talk. I mean, she can't say words, but she just kind of going at her own pace. I mean, it's still a mystery. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So what about you, Phil?
Pretty much the same thing.
You're down twin, man.
Hey, she better have look like me.
Hey,
another set of problems.
No deny.
Yeah, she's real good, man. She's I think she be talking to herself sometimes. I don't think she be wanting us to hear her try to talk. Because she know what everything is. I tell her, go in the living room, get the remote. She come back with the remote. You know what I'm saying? She know I tell her to pick up stuff off the floor, put her clothes back. She following instructions real well. And no, I think last week we were sitting in the bed and she got up kind of fussy or whatever. And all of a sudden she just started singing her ABCs. And I'm like, what the fuck? You're gonna come out of nowhere and start singing your ABCs. We never heard her singing. She ain't did it again since. So she probably somewhere off in the corner when we ain't pay attention talking.
Yeah.
That's how I be.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
But other than that, everybody good, man. Everybody good. Just getting ready to get up out this, to make this move out of here, man. Trying to follow in your footsteps and get out of Dodge.
What's the latest?
How soon? Yeah, how soon you talking about doing it?
April 28th. Oh, actually, April 27th, we're moving all our stuff out. April 28th, we driving out of here. I'll be back for 2 months because I still got some work stuff to take care of. And then I'm gone permanently May 26th. No, June 26th, my bad. So I'm gonna be here for birthday, and a month later I'm out at this joker.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah, that's Chloe's birthday is on April 28th. In June.
No, it's not. It's June 28th.
As far as
I'm sorry. Pilar's birthday is June 28th, right?
Yeah. So yeah, they pretty much kind of two months apart as far as birthdays. But yeah, as far as your first move, that's Chloe. So then once you move permanently, that's gonna be Pilar's.
Okay. That's what's up.
You driving down there, correct? You driving everything down yourself?
We're gonna drive the truck on the 28th. Me and my wife gonna drive the truck, and then I'm gonna still have a little truck here for me to get back and forth to work with. I don't actually might end up shipping it. I don't know, because I'm gonna be in New Hampshire for a couple weeks in May. So I don't know. It really just depends on how things go. But yeah, I'll probably end up driving both times.
That's a 24-hour drive, man.
26 hours. Them 2 hours counting.
And it's cheaper to do it that way, just to drive it yourself.
Yeah, I mean it's probably like $300 in gas, $700 if you pay somebody else to do it. I think the cheapest we was able to find. So, I could tough it out. If I stay in a hotel, that's just another $40. So you talking about me spending maybe like $300?
Yeah, the gentleman that we used to when we moved down here, I think he might have $3,000 altogether. And once we broke down, like you said, Phil, driving in yourself and doing all the other stuff, it kind of came out even as far as gas and all that. But you even worse because you're a little farther away than we are. So that's tough, man. I don't know how you're gonna do that ride, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna be good, man. Eric gonna do it with me.
Okay, you need somebody.
I could barely drive downtown to work without yarning and pulling over on 35th. And like, I gotta take a nap.
Nah, we gonna listen. We gonna listen to Jay-Z and Nas all the way there, argue about it. That trip gonna be over in 10 minutes.
Yeah, you look up. We here. Hurry up, get the fuck out. Shit.
Hey, E, we gonna start out with you, man, because you be like up to date with all the comic movie stuff. So what's the latest with Marvel and DC?
Well, first off, man, everybody got their opinions, but I always been like a favorite was DC characters or whatever. And I can't lie, this been kind of up and down with the DC movies. Like I said, I always love the comic books and the cartoons. But that Snyder cut, all 4 hours and 2 minutes, it was just a great movie, man. Like it really was. Josh Whedon he trashed it with the other one. They only took about 3 or 4 scenes up from that. Good scenes, but that was the only good scenes he had in that, and just added that to the Snyder cut, man. It was great, man. Like I talked it over with a few guys last night, and everybody was in cahoots. Like we love Marvel too as well, but that was a great movie. If DC can keep it up with the Snyder cut and keep the storyline going the way they're going, it'll be a hit.
So Snyder had nothing to do with the first Justice League?
He did. His son passed away, so he had to go. There was some other shit too. They said reasons why he just stopped filming. but Josh Whedon came on, and it's more of a brighter Marvel type of movie that he made, and DC really not like that. You know, even Batman versus Superman was more of a dark movie.
Yeah, very
You
too.
know
It
what I'm
was too
saying?
dark.
But that's DC. It's like they are kind of grim movies, and that's why it was so much better. Because this movie's pretty kind of dark as well. It was pretty much, it's dark. It is. But the scenes are so great. The change of, like, even the Amazon women, they clothing. I mean, it's just little details that Snyder had that Josh Whedon just couldn't compare to.
Okay.
It's a great movie. Now, I will say I saw the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier, and that puts you right back into like the Winter Soldier, the movie, and maybe like Civil War. All Captain America movies is more action, more fighting. It was shit. Aaron Mackey showed his ass. Shout out to him too. He showed his ass in his first episode.
Yeah, shout out to Anthony Mackie. I had a drink with him back in 2013 when I went to his bar in Brooklyn. But yeah, shout out to him. You know, it's just a little brag. But yeah, I hung out with him for a couple hours. So.
He a good guy, man.
Yeah.
I just finished the Justice League movie yesterday. I tried to watch it a couple of days ago. I fell asleep halfway through. Like you said, it is 4 hours, man. So I fell asleep halfway through. I finished it yesterday, and I agree with Eric. It is definitely it's a different movie. Like, I really was into. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm into the dark shit. You know what I mean? Because have you guys watched the Titans series that's on?
I don't want to say that song.
I want to say
no, but it's on HBO Max.
Prime, huh?
No, it's
HBO?
on HBO Max.
It's HBO Max. It's HBO Max, yeah. And I recently, this was like some months ago, but I just kind of stumbled into the Titans show, and it's so for DC, it's really, really dark. It's really
good,
dark.
But it's a good show.
But the storyline, I don't know who wrote that series or who directed it, but the storyline is really, really good. And I like the direction that DC was going with that. So when I saw Justice League, it kind of put me in the same mindset as Titan, as far as like being dark, but the storyline kind of flowed a little better too. I kind of wanted to know what was going to happen with Wonder Woman as far as her home goes, but I guess that's going to be later on down the road, because they really didn't explain that too much in her movie, did she? Did they explain? Did her movie happen after?
No, both her movies happened before. Yeah, both her movies happened before Justice League. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes sense then. You know, so and her movie was okay. It wasn't the greatest thing I've seen.
Right.
But it was okay. I still like Justice League better. You know, so if that's the direction that they're going, then I think they'll be okay. As far as Marvel goes, I don't think they can do no wrong, man. One Division to me was it's the first episode kind of threw me for a little bit. But once I got into it and realized what it was going, I've been hooked.
Hey, let me ask you this. As far as the first Justice League, is that like a throwaway movie, like we threw away Superman 3 and 4?
I think
it's a throw. Yeah, it's a straight throwaway.
I think so.
Okay.
That movie it don't even count. Yeah.
Okay. Was Martian in the first movie?
The character was, but not shown as he wasn't shown as Martian.
And that's what I love, Phil. It's like, if you know his comic book, well, even the cartoon, the Martian was, when he came to Earth, he was real scared and he didn't want to get involved. And I was hearing rumors that, because the guy, I can't think of the actor name right now, but he's from Chicago. He was in the 5 Heartbeats. He was in
The Matrix 3.
The Matrix 2 or 3. Yeah, he they said he was going to be the Martian. So it was kind of like you heard it, you didn't believe it, but when you actually see it in the movie, and then how he comes in at the end and say, "I just watched. I've been on the sidelines this whole time, and that's my turn to help you guys out." And it's like, that's exactly how the cartoon went, man. That's exactly how the comic book went, because he been around since Man of Steel. In this trilogy, because that's what this is. Snyder trilogy was Man of Steel, Batman versus Superman, and it's Justice League. He's been around in every movie, but he kept to himself.
Let's just keep it real here, because I seen the movie. I sat through that painful shit. It's only two reasons why Eric liked this movie.
Oh my God, I like it.
One of them is Joker is in the movie for 5 minutes, for 2 minutes.
Yeah, but that's like
he liked the fact that Darkseid is in the movie, and he knows that the movie is gonna be based on the series with Superman, where Lois Lane get killed because of the Joker, and everybody fights Superman. What is it called? The video games was made after it.
Yeah, that's what it's lead to. It's lead to injustice. But
that's why he like.
Can we?
The movie was terrible.
But that's you crazy as hell. You the first person that said it's terrible.
Nah. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. But to me, it wasn't enough of a change for me to now feel like it was a great movie. I just don't feel like it was that. To me, it wasn't that different of a movie. I didn't see anything that stood out to me from the first one.
The first movie was
added scenes. It's
4 hours long. So that's
you took an hour-long movie. You took an hour-long movie, and it took you to add an 2 hour and 60 minutes, almost 2 hour movie, and you added 2 hours more scenes to it, and it didn't get that much better. It really didn't. It's the same movie.
Crazy. No, it's not.
I sat last night and watched on YouTube somebody that showed the different scenes and played the two movies next to each other.
And the first off, they got Flash in the first one. He acted like he was scared to even fight. And this one, he was more the aggressor. He was still had the little comedy, but he was more of a fighter. They don't even show they don't even tell you half the shit about Cyborg, the Cyborg visions and all that shit. You don't know shit about Cyborg. No, you don't want to say it's the same movie. No way.
I'm saying
it comes all different. I mean, the whole movie shows you the only reason why they came is because Superman died. You don't know that shit.
I get it. I get it. I sat and watched both movies. I just don't feel like there's a significant improvement from the first one to the first one to the upgrade. We'll just call it the Snyder version. I mean, a lot of fans obviously wanted to see what wasn't added into the movie. It was a lot of different it was basically a bunch of introductory movies stacked on top of each other and then squished at the end to show the whole premise of the story coming to a pinnacle. You had four or five origin stories in the movie. That's all it was. You got more back history.
So somebody didn't know about it. If you don't know about DC, how the fuck they supposed to know who these people really were?
Exactly.
I get it. But that's what I'm saying though. That's why I feel like it wasn't that great of a movie. Because all it was 5 origin stories.
But if you look at the Marvel movie, if you look at the first Avengers movie, it's the same thing. Even if you look at
there was no in the first Avengers movie, it wasn't no origin story. They had already made individual movies for all of the main characters.
But see, but you got to think of it. DC is behind. Marvel slowly broke out their characters in order. So by the time the first Avengers movie got here, you already knew the storyline of Iron Man. You already knew the storyline of Captain America and vice versa. DC is behind the 8-ball. So yeah, you're right, Phil. It does seem like they crammed a lot in 4 hours, but I think they did a better job in the 4 hours they did with this remake than they did with the original. Because
I'm gonna say this: I didn't like the first version either. I didn't like the first version because to me it looked like a music video. It was a scene with every scene seemed like it was about 2 minutes, and they just switched to another scene and switched to another scene. And that's how I know that all of those stories was a lot longer. So I knew a lot of content was moved from the original because they couldn't get it all in one small time frame. It wasn't a terrible movie. I'm just exaggerating in that. But honestly, it's still a whole, I think that they just use a whole lot of shameless plugs to get people to be more back interested in it. Adding the Joker, showing the Darkseid scene, a Martian Manhunter, the scene with the Green Lantern. It to me, it was just a bunch of shameless plugs added to a movie to make you back interested in it.
Well, that's how they got to wheel you back in because the first one was trash.
Exactly. And I think. But I ask you guys this question: at the end of this movie, does it make you more interested in the what's coming next, or does it make you less disinterested? into what's coming next. For me, I'm more interested in what's next now. Now I want to see a Martian movie. Now I want to see a Green Lantern movie.
And
Hell,
the
I want to see a
Flash
Flash.
paradox, right?
Right,
You
and
want
I
to see
want to see the
Flash
Flash
paradox.
because
You want to see the Flash paradox.
I don't know if
that
you guys.
was it though.
Personally though, I like the Flash, the dude who played Flash in the TV series. I kind of like his character a little bit better.
Yeah,
But the dude that plays Flash in the movie wasn't bad either. I came out of it not. I didn't came. I came out watching the movie like, okay, I see where they going. Let me see. Now I'm interested. It wasn't a. I don't think it's like what you think it is, though, Phil. I think it did it some justice. No pun intended.
Right.
to bring this movie back out because now I'm interested. That's all I'm saying.
Is you much interested? Like even with the Flash part, with okay, you didn't hear nothing about Flash in the first one, the Josh Whedon version, about how he had to go back and talk to Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne tells Lois. Yeah, it was in there, but you didn't see not in the Josh Whedon version.
Oh,
that
was
was in Batman versus
Batman,
Superman.
right? Batman versus
exactly.
Okay, well here's a pretty big plot problem. Batman's supposed to be the greatest detective, right?
Hold on, guys.
How he ain't see that the Flash had on a completely different outfit and know that it wasn't the same Flash that came back the first time?
Well, I haven't seen the movie. So.
Oh, okay. Well, at the end of the movie, they basically show all the characters in their newer outfits, and the Flash had on like this metal thing that came down over his face. That was the Flash that came back and said that Lois is the key in Batman versus Superman movie. Mm. But Batman didn't pay attention enough to notice that when Flash came back, he thought it was Flash coming back talking about Lois is the key in this movie, but it's actually for a different time frame. They ain't explained it yet, but I've read the entire Injustice League series, so this is gonna be the problem in Injustice League. And I know y'all played the video games. You used to playing with Eric. But it's so many characters that's introduced in Injustice League. It's going to be impossible for them to make this movie unless it takes 10 or 15 years.
I don't think it's impossible because I mean
it ain't gonna be good.
Marvel been doing it for the last 20 years.
I'm saying though, that's the thing though. It took them 20 years. DC trying to do this shit over the weekend.
But I mean, I don't think they're trying to do it over the weekend. Phil. I just think that, like I said before, I think they kind of behind the 8-ball as far as introducing the characters. So they cramming it. They kind of cramming everything in our face now. But I think you have to do that. So going forward, maybe they can pace it out better, and people be interested.
Well, like let's hope so, because every single character in DC Comics is in the Injustice League series. Every single one of them.
I mean, what do we got? What do we got coming out? We got isn't The Rock got a DC movie
Shazam
coming out?
That they still don't know what they're gonna do with Shazam. I mean, not Shazam.
Not Shazam. Black something, ain't it?
Black Adam. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how did that fall? How did that fall into like
it? Don't. They talking about that's gonna be in the alternate universe.
See, that's what stuff start getting confused at.
Well, I'll say this. Well, at least DC has like a blueprint of how they could kind of roll out their movies, just like Marvel did. But
Marvel's blueprint,
I don't think Marvel's gonna have that lightning like they had, 15, 20 years ago. Because I mean, everything was literally like a smash hit. They were just making buttloads of money, and plus the theaters were out. And like moving forward, I'm not sure how much of the theaters are going to play a role as far as how much money DC can bring in. But I'm kind of burnt out from comic book movies right now, but like eventually when I have like a good 2 or 3 days in a row, which I can kind of like sit down and watch these movies like back to back. Yeah, I'll go ahead and give DC a try because right now I'm just kind of burnt out personally. I mean, I guess the last movie I've seen was probably Endgame as far as a comic book movie. And after that, I was literally just
there was no reason to see another comic book movie after that.
I was mentally wiped. So
it was too epic. It was too epic for anything else to come after that. For another 5 or 10 years.
But is it? But Rob, I gotta push back a little bit. I'm with you.
Like, hey, E, why don't you unmute? right, go ahead, Nelly.
I'm with you though. Rob. I don't think like how can you move forward after Endgame? You're right, because Endgame was just like the most epic movie ever. But I do like how Marvel is going. Like, okay, you got you got WandaVision, which at the same time still breaks down what happened. It's after Endgame, so it kind of tells you, okay, this is life after Endgame. So I like how they did that. Same thing for
Oh, wait. I thought WandaVision was before Endgame because remember,
No, it's after.
No,
it's
it's
after
after.
because Vision obviously
He's
Vision like
dead.
died already, like dead
Yeah.
already. So when she died, that's when she made the whole alternate her whole alternate situation
Universe. Yeah.
universe, right?
Yeah, I got
So
one day
and
watch that.
same thing for the Winter Soldier new series. Is they couldn't you can't just say okay Endgame never happened. So I like how Marvel is kind of just this is what's going on now.
Yeah,
That's
how
why
the world is now. Just
right
like
and
with
that's
Spider-Man. With the
but
Spider-Man,
I
the Spider-Man was the next movie, and it was this is
but
everything after.
but is this Spider-Man movie that's coming out? Is it through Marvel or is it through Sony?
It'll be this one going through Marvel. This is the multiverse, and all this is because of Wanda. What she
Okay.
did is starting to rip the world apart. She don't know that yet, but that's why she's going to be in the next Doctor Strange that's coming out after this. The Spider-Man is called the multiverse.
What about the new Batman that got coming out?
That's
in
DC.
another universe.
That's DC, but yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
Right.
but that's the thing. She done did a ripple effect. That's how Miss Marvel got her powers because of Wanda. Just going through the shit that she's doing just to. Like the
So
thing is, she said everybody in that neighborhood in that town in New Jersey. She said I know they mad at because she took over the whole place just to make herself happy.
Where does X-Men fall in all this?
it
They
doesn't.
just got the rights to them. They just got the rights. The MCU just got the rights to them, so they already got. I know Rogue will be in the Captain Marvel movie. She's the villain, and they bringing them all in because Storm was supposed to be in the next Black Panther, but that's up in the air now because they trying to figure out how they gonna do a Black Panther movie. And then
Who's
they
gonna play
bring them in,
Wolverine?
but they finna bring them all in though. They finna integrate them in, and they saying everybody's using the Wanda multiverse thing. Because
Okay.
the Spider-Man, from what I'm hearing, gonna be real good. You got Tobey Maguire,
Yeah.
his Spider-Man, and Andrew Gayton, whatever Andrew last name, his Spider-Man.
So
Yeah, Andrew
so
Garfield, his Spider-Man.
so that Spider-Man is based off that cartoon that came out some years ago, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that'll be it. So it's got all these different Spider-Man because the
Right.
multiverse is open now. Because you got the same guy that played Dr. Octopus. He's going to be in there. The one that played it in Tobey Maguire. Then Jamie Foxx is coming back to play Electro from the other Spider-Man. It is, like I say, Marvel's some geniuses. They can't do no wrong, honestly. So the way they plan this with the Wanda opening up the multiverses and everything, and the shit is cold. I said, I see where they going because you got to do something bigger than Endgame. So now, what's better than bringing back, old people that was in all these movies and just say, hey, we all part of one movie. We just didn't know it. We all part of this superhero world, but she's the reason why everybody's gonna be get into one world and be parallel with it. It's a nice look. Like I said, they done had time though, guys. Like I said, DC kind of rushed it. And I'm this the best rush project I say. I get feel that with him saying, it ain't all that, but it was a rush project. And for them to be rushing to even try to compete with them, I think the way they did this Justice League and everything was pretty good, pretty neat.
Can we say that before we move on? Like,
Okay.
how many times they gonna change Joker though? How many times they gonna change Joker?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this, man. It's just so hard after Heath Ledger Joker. You know what I'm saying?
But Jared Leto Joker was pretty good though. The movie, who played the Joker in the movie? Oh, not Jared Leto.
Oh, that was
who?
Yeah, Heath Ledger. That's what I'm saying.
No, he talking about the other Joker.
The recent Joker.
That's Jared Leto. He was
the other weird dude.
The other one.
Talking about Joker.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Talking about
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah.
He was pretty good.
But that wasn't really
that's
in that
right.
universe.
It's like an origin story. Like that's more or less just how he became him. Because I think Joaquin said he don't really want to he don't want to just be the Joker in the next movies. Now Jared Leto, they said his Joker wasn't that good in Suicide Squad. So the little, I feel 2 minutes or so that he got, it was a better play with him. And people just trying to find. He trying to get. I think I love how he tried. It's just even with me on that Jared Leto, just you don't get that Heath Ledger part.
People didn't criticize Jared Leto's Joker until we saw Joaquin Phoenix play it.
Right? No, yes, they did. Yes, they did. They never really liked it.
People really didn't criticize.
But the thing that made Jared Leto suck in that movie, in the movie Suicide Squad, was that it wasn't about the Joker. If it was about the Joker, it would have been a different movie.
I think it would have been a different movie.
Yeah, the scenes they had for him in the movie sucked. So, I mean, if you take a character as big as the Joker, right? If you take a character as big as the Joker and don't make a movie about him, then of course it's going to be a bad Joker movie because it ain't about the Joker.
It's not about him. Okay, so I thought they said how Zack Snyder, he's the one that just wrote the whole dialogue between Batman and the Joker, and it was great. Even up to the point where he said, Joker said, "You can't kill me because if you kill me, he's gonna give you a reach around." It's like he making jokes, but he was serious, and he was so serious. I mean, he tells Batman, if y'all think about every Batman movie or comic book that y'all read, somebody always die, but it's never fucking Batman. And the Joker said, he says, how many multiverses is there out there? Well, when do you sacrifice yourself? He said, you sent Robin to fight. You sent a boy to do a grown man's job. He said, and that's when he killed Robin and told him in the dialogue, you sent the boy to fight me. He said, you're the reason you let Lois Lane die. And it's like when Batman thinks about that, like he's never been the one to sacrifice himself. Because he's so much smarter. He can get away with shit, but in doing that shit, everybody else dies around.
Yeah.
Well,
Joker just blame him for not killing himself, for Batman not killing nobody.
Here's the list of DC movies that's gonna be coming out this year. We just saw Wonder Woman. We got Batman, May 4th. We got the Suicide Squad. August 6th, Black Adam. December, DC Super Pets. I don't know what that's about. Aquaman 2, The Flash, and Shazam 2. Right. So hopefully over the next they'll break it down a little bit more, and they have some type of what's the word I'm looking for? It could flow better. So
yeah,
none of them movies sound interesting. Really. I'm gonna be real with you. I liked Aquaman, but it wasn't that great a movie. I would probably be the most interested in seeing The Flash. That would probably be the movie.
I'm with you.
The Flash
Aquaman wasn't all that to me.
And Black Adam. The Rock playing Black Adam, because black people always assume Black Adam is a bad guy to Shazam, but he's just like Deadpool and Deathstroke. You know what I'm saying? He's always been a tweener, in betweener. He ain't no good guy, he ain't no bad guy, he his own guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, just like Deathstroke, and that's why they got to keep Deathstroke in this. That's what the movie was going to be: Deathstroke versus Batman. If Ben Affleck would have stayed as the Batman.
That was the same Deathstroke. That was the same Deathstroke in.
Yeah, it was the same one.
Yeah,
but
that's the same.
But no, you guys, none of you guys watched the Titans series, correct?
Yeah, that's the same dude.
The same dude that's on Titans.
Yeah, Slade. Okay. Yeah, that's the same.
Okay, dude. Okay. Yeah. So so they are doing a better job of integrating that character between the movies and the series. So they learning, they getting better with it.
They just should have worked off their own schedule instead of trying to chase Marvel down. Because like I was saying, you had walked away. If you read the whole Injustice League comic book, they literally pulled every single character in Marvel into that series. And it's like, how are you going to introduce all of those characters in the Injustice League movie?
What you mean in Marvel?
I mean in DC in Justice League. That all of DC characters are in the Injustice League series. It's like how you gonna pull all of those characters into a movie?
But let's just be honest though, Phil.
But by the time they do that, they'll have some time to introduce more characters.
Exactly.
I mean, because Atom is in it was in another superhero that's in the Zack Snyder, the Atom. He's in that. He's the Chinese guy,
right?
And he becomes the Atom. Get real small. Like they're doing the little, what they call that, the Easter eggs. They put them inside the movie. They give you all the Easter eggs to show, and that's what they have to do with the rest of them, because like they said, the way Zack Snyder got it, if like you said, eventually Flash told he told Batman, like Batman had also, he explained, he told Wonder Woman, he said, I had a vision from Flash, and he told me, he said, man, it's Lois Lane. And then Wonder Woman said, yeah, Lois Lane, she the reason why Superman back and remember everything. He said, nah, it's not that. He said it's gonna be the down, right? Something darker coming with Lois Lane, and that's what happened. She died, but in the comic book, the Superman just punches a hole in the Joker and kills him.
Right.
And in the second part of
after he kills Lois Lane though.
Yeah,
because he killed his wife.
Because Joker the one. Right. So like I said, dude, if they do it that way, like you say, all of them in it, because there's a video game coming out with the Suicide Squad against Superman. That's they got a game coming out like that, and I mean, like I said, everybody's going in that direction, and that's the thing. One thing Batman said he was scared of, like Batman v Superman. He's good now, but what do we do if he ever turned bad? What do we do? I mean, you saw the fight.
Let's just hope the world still got the patience to deal with all of these superhero movies, because right now, like Rob said, most people burnt out on them, man. It might be too late for
But guess what? They didn't have any last year. And that's the thing. I know Rob, you said they burnt out. Right, a year. That's why WandaVision was so important when people watch that. And that's why people watching, because we didn't have nothing last year with this. So that was our break. We was feeding for something. We couldn't go out the fucking house, and nobody was making movies.
Well, so we had some smaller projects. They need to work on some smaller projects.
We had like The Last Dance, and we had the Lakers winning the championship. So that was a nice little segue.
Right, but we didn't have no super. So you saying we're tired of it? Nah, we back hungry for it, because now everything's opening back up. So whatever your vices were that you like to do, it's turned up 10 times higher now. People want to get outside. People want to go to the beaches. People want to do Miami and Vegas. That's why they look like this right now. Everything that you was used to, you need your fix. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people, comic books and these comic book movies were our fix. We took it for granted. Now that we didn't have it for a year or something, people, we going straight to it.
Well, I'm not in a hurry to do it, but hey, right, let's drop a bomb on that and get to the next topic. We
could talk about that all the way to Arizona.
Exactly.
All right, next topic, y'all. Kanye West, is he the richest black man in America?
Not yet.
I mean, regardless if he is or not, is being talked about. That's music to his ears. No pun intended. But just to go over his financial portfolio. He got his apparel with Gap. He got the Yeezys with Adidas. He got his music catalog. He got an art collection. He invested money in Kim K's underwear brand called Skims. He got $300,000 in livestock. He got $21 million in real estate, $3.8 million in his car collection, had about $120 million liquid cash in stock. So Kanye West is winning, y'all. So I'm not hating on the brother. I mean, hey, keep winning. Keep getting all the money that you want, that you can earn. So. But I'm not sure if he's the richest black man in America right now. If he isn't right now, is Robert Smith. That was the gentleman that paid the college tuition for those brothers in Morehouse. But I mean, what y'all think about Kanye West possibly being the richest black man in America right now?
I don't give a shit.
Hey, man, you sound like Phil.
Man, what's the infatuation with celebrities and their wealth? It ain't. Listen. I congratulate the brother for being successful and all of that, but at the end of the day, it's not changing my life. You know, I'm not part of that. I don't think he from what I read though, his assets is worth 6 point something $billion. But like for real, he's only worth 1 point something $billion. Either way, his assets is worth that much. Either way, I don't give a shit about that, man. It's
As
like,
long as his assets stay in the black, that's all good.
but I just don't understand people. And I'm about to go on a rant for a second. I just don't get people infatuation with celebrities and what they got and what they do. From him to the royal family to all these, I don't give a shit. I'm just keeping 100 with you. It just, I mean, he's not the only rich black man in America. He might be one of them, but I mean, like I said, who cares? It's why are we counting his pockets? I give two shits how much money he got.
Well,
if he a
sir,
good,
I like the music, and I'm trying to cut you off right quick, but when Mister said his music to his ears, he knew what he was worth. The divorce is why everybody fucking know what he got, and he took his share and just went his way. She taking hers and going her way.
yeah,
And
but
then then
that's
I
their
put
business though. That's their
right,
business.
that's their business. And from
Yeah.
what I really hear, he didn't. It was like he came out and was bragging like, "This is what I got." Nah, they went through the court papers. Like I said, to go through their divorce decree, and it was like, man, this is what I got. So I'm gonna take that. And like I say, she's worth that. She worth billions. The crazy part is, like I feel you, Nelly. We ain't infatuated with that. It's just something to know about. He came up from the South Side of Chicago. I'm happy for him, but a lot of people were saying Jay-Z and Beyonce might be the richest couple. And when you hear numbers like that, you like, I don't know if they was the richest couple.
And I got a question though. At the end of the day, in the grand scheme of things, how do that help us? In the grand
I
scheme
mean,
of
he
things,
tried to run for
how did all
president,
that
which
help
I ain't
us?
vote for him.
I heard he might be getting sued from the government for misappropriating funds.
I mean, it's just a way for them really to publicly lynch a black man like they trying to do with Deshaun Watson. So I ain't trying to hear all that.
And can we speak on that for a second, real quick, since you mentioned Rob, the whole Deshaun Watson situation. Do you guys remember a few months ago about that white football player who pretty much beat his girlfriend to almost death?
Chad Wheeler.
Yeah, that's his name. How much publicity in the news or in sports in the sports world did that get?
3 days.
How many times they've been talking about allegations for Deshaun Watson? At least
I've been hearing
at least
the
every
last
day.
week and a half. The last week and a half. That's bullshit, dude.
That's all I gotta say. This man beat his girl. This man pretty much beat his girl. He almost beat his girlfriend to death.
Exactly. He thought she was dead.
Right. He was like, "Oh, you still alive?"
Right, but it was 3 or 4 days, and the shit just disappeared.
Who's the more popular player?
Deshaun Watson. But my thing is, if sometimes you got to really look around, like, dude, y'all fucking with him. None of this shit would have came out. I promise you, if he didn't say if he wanted to stay with Houston, I can bet my fucking life you wouldn't have heard none of this shit.
And that lawyer who's bringing all those suits like against him, he supposedly lived close to the McNairs, like literally in the same neighborhood.
I don't give a like.
It's very
I don't care where the fuck he's from, but that shit is crazy, dude. The dude don't want to play with y'all, and then a week later, you got 9 fucking women.
Hey, now it's up to like 22. Last time I count, 22.
Jesus, where the fuck was you bitches at?
Exactly.
When the team wasn't doing shit. That's how I know it's bullshit.
Eric, one of them, and listen, let's make sure we put a disclaimer out. If we're not saying that he's guilty, we're not saying that he's innocent. We're just going off the fact that they give.
We just criticizing the whole timing of all these allegations.
Let's just say that I don't condone any wrong misconduct. But let's just keep it 100 for a second. One of these females said that she was forced to do
oral sex on him. Yeah.
How are you forced? You could have just walked away, or you couldn't have just came. The man is a celebrity. How can somebody force you to do anything? I'm with Eric with this. I'm with Eric with this. It's like, come on now.
And that's why I'm not putting a disclaimer out.
He been made money. So if you was gonna sue him, you could have sued him
Right.
last year.
When he got that big contract, when he got the big fucking contract, that's when you're supposed to sue him. That's when y'all always come out the fucking woodwork then. But now that he say he don't want to play with you guys, 3 days later, he a fucking rapist.
Yeah, just like Clarence said, this is a public lynching.
No, it's terrible, dude. I mean, like and the thing is, a lot of people know this is some bullshit. Like one of my favorite 80s movies, Tango and Cash. Kurt Russell was in court, like, we the best two cops out here. Y'all gonna say we framed, we being framed, and y'all know we are. It's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, this dude, and like you say, Nelly, I don't know his character. He don't come off like that. People gonna be two-faced or whatever. But y'all had the opportunity. Now you want to take him to court when he say he don't want to play with the Houston Texans?
Now, Me Too been out since what, 2015, 2016. So they had a platform.
Had the platform.
All their grievances. So
everybody had the platform for a long time.
Right.
So let me ask y'all this, because y'all Flannery fired up right now. How y'all feel about
Shout out to Flannery and everybody at Fox.
how y'all feel about Father Flake going through the same thing?
Oh shit. Yeah, that happened like 2 weeks ago, right?
No, I have a little bit longer than that.
Yeah, I saw a headline, but I just kept it moving. So I mean,
let me ask you guys a question. You know, I ain't the most religious person. You know, I'm not. And I listened to a gentleman, and I'm gonna have to find a video one day and show you guys. But the gentleman, just religions wise, I never really got the whole Catholic way of doing things. So you to be a priest, you pretty much have to be celibate. You can't have sex. And what's the difference between a priest and a Catholic?
You ain't supposed to have sex till you're married, right?
No, but priests can't have sex.
Priests can't have sex, period, at all.
A priest and nuns abstain. Yeah, they abstain from sex.
Right. So at what point do you think, and I'm not saying that Father Flaker did any of these things, but at what point do you think as a priest, if you forbidden to have sex, at the end of the day, y'all, we all bleed just like they bleed just like we do. They human just like we are. At what point do you think this is gonna come back and bite you in the ass? Unlike traditional black churches where the pastor has a wife and 15 girlfriends on the side.
And they all go to the same service.
And they all go to the same church.
Right.
And got 15 kids. No one condemns that, but you don't really hear pastors, every now and then you hear that, but not as much as you do Catholic priests about them molesting kids, molesting boys, whatever. To me, there's something morally wrong with the whole situation in general. You know,
I'm with you on that. And I went to Catholic school, G.
At the end of the day, men are men. They're gonna have urges. They're gonna have feelings.
Not them kind of urges.
Come on, man. I'm telling you.
But that's all that they're around.
I mean, listen, Phil. I know we're gonna and Rob, I know we're gonna hit on that before we get off though. But the whole Kirk Franklin situation. Oh my God, Kirk Franklin cursing. Oh my God, Kirk Franklin. Man, Kirk Franklin is a man like anybody else. Men are human. So
Nelly, the world is fucking too sensitive. Everybody walking on eggshells, dude. But they japped out about Kirk Franklin. Nelly, he can't tell his son to shut the fuck up sometimes.
But hold on. I'm not before we get there. All I'm saying is people was condemning Kirk Franklin for quote unquote using curse words. You know, why do we put these pastors and these priests on a pedestal like they fucking God? They're human.
Right.
They are fucking human beings. So people need to get off this high horse that like the fucking Pope. The motherfucking Pope is fucking 95-year-old fucking man. What the fuck does he know about me at this fucking point in his life? He out of loop. He out of the fucking loop. You know what I mean? But the Pope coming to Chicago, oh my God, the Pope is here. Who gives a fucking fuck about the fucking Pope? You know, I'm tired of people using religion. Like, okay, you can't give a priest a mandate and say, you know what, you can't have sex. But then you put all these, you put it's like putting a crackhead in the room with fucking needles and heroin and say that, you know what, you can't use heroin. You can be an ambassador for crack, but you can't use crack. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You put all these kids and all these temptations around these priests for years. It doesn't put them to have a little bit of an urge. I said once again, I'm not condoning any type of sexual misconduct. All I'm saying is people have to look at what's in front of you and just say, okay, if he did it or if he didn't do it, why did he do it? Because an old man from the Vatican told priests that they can't have sex. Look, I guarantee you the Pope probably getting this. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
But we understand.
But the Pope, but you know how powerful. But you know how powerful the Pope is, though. Yeah. I'm just saying. You know how powerful that man is.
Yeah.
So you telling me?
I've been through Catholic schools. You
telling me?
I don't see why we not. That's one religion that, for some reason, I was reading something about their religion. They said they still in certain countries they're still not okay in gay marriages. The Catholics won't. And I'm just wondering, when do you get progressive? Because if we don't move forward, even in religion, everybody can't be from the Stone Age. They don't know that anymore.
But how do you? And I'm not religious at all. How do you take what's in a book that's supposed to be fact and start changing what's in the book? You just can't do that.
No.
Just because you feel like it.
That's what I'm saying. That's just like saying, "Oh, I'm gonna open up the dictionary and change the meaning of the words." You can't do that.
Yes, they do that. Motherfucker, they do change words in the dictionary, and you cannot.
No, not the dictionary, not the Bible.
They add words. They don't change the meaning.
The Bible get quoted. Dude, you ask somebody a verse in the Bible, you don't get 5 pastors that know the word. You're going to get 5 fucking different meanings.
If you open up 2 book Bibles from different publishers and read them word for word, you're going to be saying different things because that's just the nature of translation. But the premise is if the Bible is a book which contains the laws of man, then you can't change them laws. You can't be
Phil. The Bible was written by man.
I
get 4 of us, right? So
I'm not religious.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. You saying this shit, but if the 4 of us write in the Bible, I don't give a fuck how true to the word I am. I'm going to embellish something. So wait, Nelly, please. So you gonna tell me, Phil, since you want to just be taking the Bible so fucking literal, that they put 2 of every animal on the boat?
Mm-hmm.
That happened? I asked y'all
I already said I don't believe it.
Really
I don't believe it. Let me make the statement again. I don't believe any of it. But what I'm saying is, if this is the what their institution is based on, then they shouldn't be changing it just because of political pressure.
It's not political pressure, it's common fucking sense.
No, it's absolutely political pressure.
Everything's about politics, brother.
Everything is political pressure. They wouldn't give a shit about gay rights if the government wasn't changing the laws to accommodate these people and include these people. They wouldn't care about that.
Hey Eric, did the Bible say no gay marriage?
They say two men shouldn't lay together.
2 men should lay together. But in the Bible, they talk about so much fornication and how men was with men and women was with women. They said that was frowned upon. They didn't say it didn't happen.
Right.
Okay.
So you telling me? So you telling me? So I refuse to believe, and I refuse to believe. Like, people make such a big deal about homosexuality, right? In today's time, I refuse to believe. Like, I listened to something recently, and they were talking about Solomon. And like I said, I grew up in the church, but I'm not very religious with that. But they're talking about the story of Solomon. Solomon was a king. Solomon had numerous women, okay? Which means he had numerous kids. So if the Bible was just so the standard, you know what I mean? People tell you right off the top, you shouldn't fornicate. You shouldn't do all that. You telling me ain't no point in that time, in Jesus' time, that you didn't have some type of homosexuality activity, or you didn't have any type of sexual misconduct.
Oh, absolutely it was.
Get
It's
the
very
fuck out of
well,
here.
it's very
So-
well
Exactly.
documented
So
that.
and you know how many
Exactly,
versions,
my nigga.
you know how many versions of the Bible there is. If the Bible is the standard, right? The standard of all books. Why do you need to break that down 15 translations? Why do you need to break it down so much?
You know
It
why,
is what
Nelly?
it is,
Because
right?
they got to put it out. Because Nelly said, Phil said they not rewriting it. They rewriting it and they're putting it where it fits whatever religion, whatever lane they trying to go in.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
what
you.
I'm saying
Thank
they
you.
doing.
But no,
But
nigga, that's what I'm telling you. So if they can change it for the fit them, somebody got to change it to make it like, look, y'all.
I mean,
come on, Adam and
have
Eve,
little boys. What you
dude. My whole thing is Adam and Eve. I'm just talking about the stories in
Right.
general that you people take so fucking literal. Adam and Eve. The very next story after Genesis and Exodus, they talking about Cain and Abel. But Cain and Abel had wives. How the fuck, if they came from Adam and Eve, where the fuck them bitches come from?
Because Adam and Eve is the story of original man, not singular. It's a
Right.
it's a point in history that starts the Bible's process. It's not actually the first man and the first woman. It's the first man and the
no, but that's what they say.
Let me finish. Look, as I said, I don't believe in any of this stuff. Okay, me personally, I don't subscribe to it. Now,
but you sound like you're defending the shit.
No, I'm explaining it in terms of my understanding of what they believe in. Okay, based on what I've read and experienced over time. I'm just saying that if it started out, and Catholicism is one of the religions that have held its structure or standing probably the longest, one of the longest, because remember, this is the same religion that went throughout the world slaying, pillaging and murdering people on behalf of their beliefs. This is the same religion. So what I'm saying is that religion that was so rooted, right, in in their belief system,
right,
they should not be changing to accommodate the times. The Pope should not be talking about we're now going to allow homosexuals to pray in our church. They shouldn't be doing that.
Okay.
The only reason they are is because the people who are now attending their church are starting to become more a part of, a society that accepts those things. So they are changing with the times. It's just one of those things they haven't gotten to yet.
But the thing is,
letting they pastors freak little boys.
But the thing is, though, Phil,
right, instead of just saying you can have sex with somebody.
The thing of the matter is, fellas, it's gonna happen regardless. You know what I mean? Like Phil said, there's gonna be gay homosexuals, there's gonna be transgenders, there's gonna be everything, every alphabet that's out there now. There's gonna be somebody that go to the church that fit that bill. So you can't ostracize, or you can't what's the one we're looking for? You can't.
You said you
ostracize for, right. You can't.
For them,
you can't
they still
just
got
say,
faith in their God. You know what I'm saying? They still got faith in their God, no matter what their background is. So why you don't want them in the house? Why you don't want them in the Lord's house? You taking their motherfucking money when they come in there.
That's what it's all about. That's why I said it's politically driven. If it's got money in it, it's got politics in it.
Not to cut y'all off,
but you're right, Nelly.
But Rob, one Sunday though, we're gonna have to talk about the church in general, and the church and what the relationship with the Black community is in the church. Because for what I see, the church is, to me personally, is relevant. Because if you go to the hood, you got 15 churches on every block. You know what I mean? So that's another church for another time. Mm-hmm. But to me, the church have to involve, or it's gonna get these millennium thinking. People ain't thinking traditional no more. You know what I mean? So if these churches up here traditionally trying to live that traditional life, they're gonna fall flat, because
they will start having empty seats.
They all need to, though. They all need to go away. All of them need to go away. Ain't no reason for
personally. I think so personally, because if people have their own beliefs. You know?
If you're gonna be if you want to be something in your community in terms of leadership, then be a leader. Lead your community to better times. You don't need to manipulate people with
there
religion,
you
because
go,
that's all
nigga.
it is manipulation. If you can
That's
change
it.
the rules of something that's supposed to be fact at any time, then you're manipulating it, and therefore it was never valid to begin with.
Right, for your benefit, exactly.
Most of the people in church that's like paying tithes is pretty much women, so they're gonna always cater their message towards women. They're gonna tell them, yes, it's okay to be a single mother, it's okay to be strong and independent. So yeah, I do understand why they do it. But I mean, that's why I don't really subscribe to the whole notion of going to church, because I mean, to me, it's just not for me. I mean, in order to be a true leader in your community, it starts in a household. That's what I'm trying to do for my household. And y'all doing the same thing. Y'all being leaders and strong patriarchal figures in y'all household. So each one teach one. So it starts from the household. But as far as churches, man, I mean, to me, it's just outdated notion.
Patriarchy is a religious term.
Personally, after I seen
Rob, yes,
it is.
After I seen Birth of a Nation, that to me is all I needed to know about religion and what religion have done to Black people in general. Religion from the beginning of time was used to control the way people think and the way people move. So, people say all this about God won't do this. God allows Black people to be enslaved for thousands of years. But yet and still, grandma or mama still pray to the Lord up most high that God got everybody attention, good intentions. That's a lot of me, because for years, while my grandma, my great grandma was slaving, they out there preaching the same quote unquote Bible that the white folks are preaching in, and to use that same scriptures to what's wrong for to okay the fact that
turn the other cheek.
Right, as far as slavery goes, that same Bible, the white man was using the Bible to control Black people to okay slavery. That's just people use a religion for mind control and to control
manipulation.
Manipulation, and that's just me. If you guys have a better opinion or better reason of why religion is, then please tell me, because all I've seen is that they use religion to control people. Like you said, Eric, to manipulate. I can't say it right.
Manipulate.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, Black people always been taught to turn the other cheek, and
it's gonna get greater later.
Live hell on earth, but in the afterlife you will live to eternity. I'm like, fuck all that. As long as I'm living, I want to live the best life.
George Floyd died in the streets with somebody with a foot on his neck, a knee on his neck. As a family, the last thing I'm doing is want to forgive. As Black people, we already taught in church to forgive.
They did that to Dylan Roof.
Yeah, that was done intentionally. They build us. They consider us the more violent race. Then they try and coax us to want to forgive for every action that we do or that they done to us.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. And the first thing that most people say is, God this, God told me, God, no, fuck that. Religion to me is outdated. It doesn't serve a purpose at all. But to all it is nowadays is mind control. And it's all about financial gain. Period. Point blank. It's not.
Yeah, it's an institution. It's a money institution, man.
Yes.
Let me tell y'all. The Bible was wrote as a guidelines. It's a whole bunch of Aesop fables that's also trying to put you on a guideline to the right path in life, and nothing wrong with that. It's the people that take it too literal that blows the fuck out of me. It's the person. And you guys know this to be true, since we just gonna keep delving into this shit. It's people that go to church every fucking Saturday, Sunday, and would treat you like shit Monday through Friday.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's like those people, a lot of people from the church, they the most fucked, and I hate to say this, there's a lot of fucked up people in the church.
But the church is for sick people. It's for sick people. You're supposed to go there to get spiritual and emotional healing because you fucked up.
Because you fucked up. And I know, gee, we laughing, but it's totally true. And it's like people can watch this shit and frown up and get upset.
Get upset.
It's, you know, right? But it's really facts, guys. It's like I'm not knocking Muslim. I'm not knocking Buddhism or the Catholic. I'm not. It's just y'all. Mm. Sometimes you really sit back and you like, do people use common sense? And you joke, but it's a lot of people that don't have that.
Nope.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that whatever you like you said with the manipulation, you can get a herd of these people in your building every Sunday and force feed them bullshit, and they walk out thinking they got the word of the Lord.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say this, and then Rob, we can move on. Think about what church preach. Teach about what church teaches. At least in my day, oh, you got to be saved, or you're gonna go to hell. You're gonna burn forever.
It is right.
Okay, but think about. Can we just keep it 100 for a second? Over the past year, what have we endured? We have endured a pandemic. People have out here lost jobs. People out here dying from violence. At this point, is there anything worse than being alive at this point? You know what I'm saying?
We'll take this into consideration.
What are we dealing with in real life? People out here doesn't, not to cut you off here, but people out here living bad. You got homelessness is at an all-time high. So if any case, what can be any worse than earth at this point?
I'm gonna tell you what could be worse. The church, because you know what happens after the world suffers any type of major, negative thing, people run back to the church and this shit starts and reboots all over again.
All over again, my
nigga. So soon as the church is open, people gonna be flocking to the churches, throwing all their money at the churches.
Because guess what? I made it through it, and it's because of church, because I prayed the whole time and God saved me.
All right, yeah. We'll dedicate a full segment on whether Black church is
killer. And we all in cahoots with this one. I'm sorry, we all agree.
I will put a bomb on that. All right, y'all. Next topic is Black fatherhood under attack, specifically Kirk Franklin situation. Now this segment, I don't want to talk about Kirk Franklin per se, but it's more going to be commentary regarding his son, because to me, Kirk Franklin didn't do anything wrong. For one, he didn't know he was being recorded. And two, that's not a grown man talking to him greasy like that. So if you're going to talk to your father like that as a grown 33-year-old man, then you got to throw some hands. You know what I'm saying? You got to throw some hands.
Look, man, if respect is built, within your institution, then it should never come to that, one. Exactly. But two, there's some known mental health issues. That kid's been in therapy for most of his life. Mm-hmm. So, it's a lot of backstory that's not going to be taken into consideration around these circumstances.
That's why we got to talk about it.
Listen,
all right, well, let's talk about it then.
Let me just say this, fellas.
Fuck like that little boy.
To piggyback on what Phil just said, it's obvious. I listened to his mom recently interview that was talking about him, and it's clearly from what his mom was saying. She was saying it, but without saying it, it's clearly that he has some emotional issues. And to go back to the whole mental health situation, it's clearly that he has some mental health issues that's been going on, that's been featuring his whole life. So I think it's a combination of things with him, the reason why he is the way he is. But let's just keep it 100. Black men and Black fathers do not matter in today's society. And anytime a Black man trying to stand up and be a father, he gets attacked. Case in point, Kirk Franklin. You know what I mean? And for anybody who thought that he was wrong for saying what he was saying, must not have any kids. Seriously, we all men. We all early 40s. We got kids. We know how of a toxic situation that can be. My situation with my oldest daughter. Okay, just trying to communicate with her mom and trying to move forward and do certain things is a task in itself. So trying to be and you would know about that. trying to be a father nowadays in today's society is hard as hell, especially when you got boys. And you're trying to be a father to your boys. You know, if you're not in your if you're not teaching your boys how to be your men, who's teaching them? The internet. You know what I mean? And especially if they have uh, if they're not around the way they should be. So I don't understand why people are condemning anything. Obviously, this kid has serious mental issues. But at the same time, Kirk got fed up with it, so he dealt with it accordingly. You know what I mean? So what's the problem? You know what I mean? And I
Let me
think
give y'all some contrasts of how they treated like mothers. Like remember that whole Baltimore situation, which that mother was like slapping her kid around because she saw him at the riots and she was rioting as well. And the mainstream media was championing her as the mother of the year because she was getting her kid like away from the rioting. I'm like, really? I mean, are we really gonna say that about her? Like she's the mother of the year? Like, I mean, I'm not trying to talk down on this woman, but for one, she was out there riding along with her kid. She happened to see him and she started smacking him around. And also, she wasn't married. She had several kids by several different men. And y'all go label her the mother of the year. And now with Kirk Franklin, y'all want to talk shit around her because he was checking his 33-year-old son? Tell me where that
say it again. Say it again, Rob. How old was he?
33 years old. I mean, Kirk
problem?
Franklin is probably one of the most mainstream famous gospel singers out there, right? And for the fact that he go record his dad and put that shit out there, I mean, that is literally feminine behavior. I mean, real men don't do that. Try to out there fathers like that.
You can call him a bitch. You can call him a bitch.
But who judging him?
You call him a bitch.
But who judging him, guys? The church. The main people that listen to Kirk Franklin every Sunday, but are the main people that are judging him now.
I wouldn't say that though. I think the main people judging him, I think the reason he's even in the spotlight is because of who created the content. Like, and I don't mean from the, because most of the people I hear and I talk to about this, they don't care about what Kirk Franklin did. The issue is, why is this national news? Who's putting the spotlight on this? Who's giving all this attention? The media. White people don't want to see
black
this
situation.
Yeah,
right.
People in any form of leadership.
Right, I'll give you that. I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, this would have been swept under the rug. How many other incidents has it been of black pastors doing dumb shit? They do it all of the time. You know what I'm saying? It's just that he's higher up on the totem pole and they want to put him up there so everybody can see and make something out of nothing.
What did he do wrong, Phil? What did he do wrong? I'll wait.
What he did wrong was like apologize.
That's what he did wrong. He apologized.
That's the thing.
Thank you. That's exactly what he did wrong. It's my fucking son. Why this soft ass nigga go. He's such a bitch. He gonna record. First off, nigga, however old my motherfucking kids are, they not finna raise their motherfucking mouth at me. And if you want, y'all people, the world got it so fucked up. Once y'all say you can't whoop y'all kids, once y'all give, that's why everybody need a fucking psychiatrist. Because if you raise them the way our parents raised us and they parents raised them, we won't have that. Kids, you can't tell somebody no. 25-year-old, the girl say, I don't want to date you. He shoot the bitch. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? But that's because they getting raised like bitches. I'm sorry. Like y'all say, y'all not letting them.
The gentleman.
They're not letting people raise them right. And it ain't like the fathers don't want to be there. Like you say, Nelly, fathers want to be there. But these women sometimes, they so fucked up with who you with, who you want to be with, or how much money I can get out of you. They forget about the fucking child.
The young man, the guy who who shot his baby mama and her family for some stimulus checks. Yeah. How often? How much have you heard that over the Kirk Franklin situation?
I ain't even heard that.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I say, he's
it made local news, but it wasn't national news like that.
Yeah,
I heard about it.
But it was stupid as fuck.
But to me, that's bigger. That's more of a bigger issue.
That's a bigger issue than what the fuck Kirk Franklin. Because I see Kirk Franklin on every stream, on fucking Facebook, every 3 fucking pictures and shit.
Right.
But talk about dude, this stupid motherfucker, like Nelly say about this stupid motherfucker. She gave him some money. He wanted more.
And I guarantee you, his father probably went in his life the way he needed it to be.
Because his father would have said, motherfucker, you wasn't even there. Because maybe the father was there, maybe if he was. But the whole point was, Dude, why would you go shoot her mother, her other child, shoot at her for some money? Do you have a job, nigga? Like what? These people, dude.
That's a clear mental case issue, a mental health issue. Now, I don't think that has nothing to do with the parents. And to be honest with you, a person like that is just gonna be like that.
Okay, but so now, and the way the world is now, everybody's just fucking crazy, right?
Everybody been crazy. It's just now you know about it because it's so easy to get that information across to everybody. This kind of shit has been happening forever. We know it. We seen it growing up. It was just we probably was out there saying, "Oh, them motherfuckers crazy as hell." How many times have you said that about somebody growing up? They was really fucking crazy. That's all. Just now they on the news.
I think Black fatherhood is really under attack, and I think as men, we go through so much every day, and we still have to fight to be relevant. If that makes sense, we still gotta fight. We still gotta fight to prove ourselves, and and we just probably just take it. We just probably just say, "Oh, okay, this is what it is." No, that's not what it is. White men don't go through this screw. I'm pretty sure white men do the same thing Kirk Franklin do every fucking day.
And not worse.
And not worse. You know what I mean? So what Kirk Franklin did to me is not even in my top 50 worst things a man can do.
Yeah, because we understand what he did, so it's not a big deal to us. Yeah,
right.
He should have said he was sorry, like you say, Phil. He should have said he was sorry.
He shouldn't have. He shouldn't have. No, that should have been a private issue. His son made it public for attention, to draw attention to himself. Yeah, that's all it was. It was some whole shit. It was just clout chase. It was clout chasing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And now he done put his father in the situation where his father has to defend himself. When his father had been in the news for other dumb shit he did in the past already with the porn shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, in regards to Black men being under attack, though, I won't even say that we're under attack. The purpose is to make us disappear. So, you know what I'm saying? When you think about everything that happens in terms of government and how, if a woman is on state aid, she can't have a man in the house. You know what I'm saying? Making it more difficult for felons to vote. You know what I'm saying? Even though they still come out and still be part of society and pay taxes. Those are all, sublime ways of just basically saying we don't matter. And they're constantly adding new elements to that game. So it's surprising to me. To me, it's honestly surprising that they even give this much attention to that type of situation. Mm. Like, why put up a Black man so Black men can stand up and say, "No, he ain't wrong." You know what I'm saying? Other than to maybe provoke them or provoke kids to now want to stand up to their fathers.
I think Black men have an identity problem, man. I really do.
Cause you know what I can see a whole lot more kids now trying to record all of their parents' actions now. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Good luck with that.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
That won't be like a new norm, but
good luck with that.
Good luck with that one. I don't agree with Steve Harvey on like a lot of shit, but like shout out to Steve Harvey and Ricky Smiley because they came out publicly and like took Kirk Franklin's side on like the whole situation.
You can't have tough love and soft love at the same time. You gotta have one or the other.
Yeah, I mean it's a balance that you have to find as a parent. You know what I'm saying? But should nobody else be able to dictate that for you? But when you have so many sources of information reaching people, like if we go back to when we was kids, right? How often would you say you looked at something or picked up a book about parenting as a kid? You don't have that access. You weren't thinking about that right now. But these kids, they have access to YouTube where they can go in there and literally see how other parents are raising their kids. So now they come back feeling like they should be teaching you how you should teach them or treat them. It's too much.
And people get it twisted. Fatherhood doesn't end. Being a father doesn't end once your child turns 18 or once they turn 21. Unfortunately, it just doesn't. And I guess this is gonna have to be another episode for another time, Rob. As far as like how our fathers play a part in our lives growing up. You know what I mean? That's another conversation another time. But if you really think about it, you know, my father, I have my mom, both my mom and dad in my life, and my father didn't really communicate to me how to be a man, how to treat a woman, how to do things that he should do. And that's nothing against my father, but just communication wise, I deal with that same issue now. Just being an effective communicator. My father didn't sit down and talk to me about the things that I shouldn't do once I walk outside that door. You know what I mean? How I should react to the police. All that. Nowadays, the black man go through so much. If you don't give them tough love, they're gonna get it outside. Somebody gonna shoot them. They're gonna get in somebody's face. They gonna pop off, and somebody gonna kill them. And then they're gonna look at us like, okay, well, where was the mom and dad? Where was the father? Why the father wasn't involved? You can't have it both ways, guys. You can't. Either you gonna either I'm gonna be a father where I need to be, or I'm not gonna be a father at all. Either way, it's gonna hit us. It's just that same Kirk Franklin. What happens when Kirk Franklin son pop up with somebody else, somebody shoot him? They gonna blame Kirk Franklin for that?
Right.
Of course they will.
Nigga talk about, so why the fuck you record me and shoot his ass? Cause you up here snitching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what I mean? So y'all can miss me with that shit, man. Black fatherhood to me is definitely under attack. I mean, ain't nobody talking about Caitlyn Jenner just putting a dress on. You know what it is, Rob? It's nothing. I think it's masculinity. Masculinity in the black community is under attack. I think that's what it is, basically.
Oh yeah.
That's definitely what it is. You know, the mom, they glorify the mom all day. Oh, she did it by herself. Or she did this and that. Black men have to step up, and when they do step up, they have to give them the respect. Kirk Franklin stepped up. And at the end of the day, people want to condemn him for disciplining his son. Man, get the fuck out of here, man, with that shit. It's stupid. It's stupid as fuck, man. You know what I mean? If you don't discipline your kids now, they're gonna end up like Trump later. They're gonna end up like Trump later. Disrespectful, no regard for life, no regard for anybody's feelings.
Right, but that's how and
president and former president of the United States.
Exactly.
You ain't got the answer, Sway. You ain't got the answer, Sway.
You ain't got the answer, Sway.
I just put a bum on that. Hey, let's rapid fire through this last topic with the Grammys. I got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
Now, congratulations on Meg Thee Stallion. She won 2 with the song Savage with Beyonce. And with Beyonce, like allegedly, she didn't want to be photographed next to Kim K. For some reason, she just did not like Kim K. But for some reason, she's taking a liking to Meg. She like taking her like under her wing. And I mean, maybe it's the Houston connection, but my thing is, why would Beyonce shun Kim K and embrace Meg Thee Stallion?
Because Meg Thee Stallion is a musician and Kim K, well, she known for other shit.
I mean, right. She's known for the sex tape as far as the way that she came out into the mainstream. But like ever since then, yes, she dated high profile black athletes, entertainers. Wow. But since then, Kim K, obviously she has ascended her net worth. I mean, she's gotten she has taken a mantle of prison reform. She went into the Oval Office. They got a black woman freed. So she has done a great thing since the sex tape. So my thing is, why would a Beyonce still not like Kim Kardashian?
Well, right now, Jay-Z and Kanye don't fuck with each other like that. So that's
back when they was cool, right.
When they was cool, they was in the same pictures.
Man, I don't have any sympathy for Kim or any of her family, man. I saw a commercial the other day. I guess their show is about to get they filmed the last few episodes of their show. And they're crying about this. It's coming to an end and all the other shit. For pretty much half our lives, they ain't had a show about their lives. Who gives a fuck, man? It's like I don't know Meg Thee Stallion, and I don't know what she is outside of music. That's none of my business. But it's like,
But outside of music, man, the Stallion's getting shot in the foot. I mean, is Kim K getting shot in her foot?
I think Kim K has grown over the years.
Oh, of course she has, yeah.
To be a respectable, not just human being, but respectable mom too, because she is a mom. And I think that having a family may have changed her in a good way. So I'm not going to sit here and condemn her for being a mom or being a person that she is.
Right.
But as far as just being like the greatest person on earth, I don't feel that way about her. You know what I mean?
And if somebody just don't take pictures, she don't want to be seen with it. I mean, it's not. I mean, some people just don't fuck with people, dude.
That's all it is.
You know,
yeah.
I think
Right.
Meg Thee Stallion though is young, and I think Beyonce may see something in her where she want to just take her under her ring and just show her the ropes as far as being not just a successful artist, but a successful person. You know, she's young. She out here partying. She out here.
Yeah, be like,
sex.
but be
right. She out here having
B
sex with who she want to have
thing.
sex with.
Right.
B did the same thing. She just looking like girl, like you said, like Mr. You saying they both from Houston.
But I don't think. But see, the difference between
the sex and all that. Beyonce.
But the
Beyonce didn't fuck nobody until she met Jay-Z.
But listen.
No.
Beyonce and Megan.
But the difference between her.
That's it. Let's move on.
But the difference between
sisters,
her,
man.
But the difference between her and say Kim K, if Meg is out here smashing everybody, she ain't really putting it out there per se. Kim K, every relationship that she's in is high profile.
Highly profile, exactly.
I don't see why. I don't even see why any of that matter, man. You just make a connection with who you connect with. They both from Houston. They got history there, and they dealing with a lot of the same people and a lot of, you know what I'm saying,
same circles.
In the same circles. Beyonce maybe just didn't fuck with Kim. That's all.
Right. That's it. It's not.
I mean, I was just throwing a question out there because Kim is not a ratchet, but Meg is a ratchet. She's a savage.
Megan ain't no ratchet.
No, Megan ain't ratchet. She's 25 years old.
You don't only know her to be with two. You don't only know her to be with one or two people. How you she ratchet? Just because of the way she talk, that's music.
Her music, that's her music.
This is 40-year-old Rob talking. This is 40-year-old Rob talking.
She didn't even.
Rob,
she ratchet.
Rob, if you was 25 and Meg Thee Stallion
a whole bunch of shit, right?
Hey,
you was 25.
Hot Girl Summer and WAP wasn't ratchet.
Who?
Huh?
Hot Girl Summer and WAP is not ratchet.
Well, Rob,
it's music.
It ain't for you, Rob. That's just for the kids.
Right.
It's music.
For you.
It's music. Yeah, shut the fuck up, man.
Jesus, it's her.
Did you watch the video?
Which one?
How many times?
Any other
motherfucker video?
Who, me?
You don't play the song.
Yeah, you.
He don't play the song.
I watched it once.
He don't
just so that we could talk about it during the show.
You watched the WAP video one time.
One time.
One time. Well, go back and watch it again, Rob. Something wrong with you.
Well, actually, I saw it twice because I saw the Grammys performance of WAP. So yeah, I saw it twice.
So you only saw it twice.
Yeah. What's up now?
Rob, did you watch?
Shame on you.
Did you watch Adina Howard? Did you listen to Adina Howard?
Freak Like Me?
Yeah.
Of course I've seen that.
How many times did you watch that?
Probably 100 times.
What's the bitch rat? So you think Adina Howard really
a whole ass man now?
Exactly.
Motherfucker, I was like 12 years old watching that shit.
Yeah.
What
how did it affect you?
Well, when you got to your 20s, when you was watching 2 Live Crew and Luke videos.
Thank you.
Well, I wasn't 20 years old at the time those came out. I was like maybe 13, 14 years old. So yeah, of course I was watching that.
When you was in your 20s, there was some shit out there that maybe somebody in their 40s but you thought it was
when I was around 20.
What was the Nelly
Tupac.
song when he swiped
Tupac,
the credit card?
Right.
Tip drill. Yeah,
Tip drill.
Yeah, back that ass up. Tip drill. Yes, I was watching that shit. Yeah, because I was 20 years old.
Way worse than the WAP video.
Exactly. Tip drill worse than any of them videos. and you watched it. But now that
I was in a different mindset.
But you can't dog her shit out because you're in a different mindset. When she
turns
20, like Kim
50 years old, you the old man. You the old man now, Rob. You the old man now, Rob. It ain't for you.
When she get 40, she not gonna be the same person.
No.
Like you said, Kim K changed.
You got 80-year-old Maxine Waters like complimenting her on the WAP video.
Well, that's because she understands that's the music industry, mister.
That means Maxine Waters understand music better than you do.
Exactly.
I guess so. Hey, speaking of the Grammys WAP performance,
I
I
didn't
don't
watch
know,
it.
man. I mean, Cardi B's legs and ass looks disgusting. It looks disgusting. And
Hey, I haven't even seen it yet, but I see.
Y'all gotta
I
watch
haven't seen
it.
I haven't seen it. I
Screenshots
haven't
of
watched it yet either. I haven't watched it yet either. But
I
I
figured
mean,
y'all would have did your homework and at least saw it before the show. Damn.
Let's have one week when we don't hate on no fucking body, y'all. Let's try
women.
that.
Let's have a week where Rob
yeah,
is
when
not bashing
everybody
women.
ain't shit. Wait, with every nigga, every black person, let's find a positive week. We not, and it don't have to be no time soon. But one day, one Sunday, just like not say, oh, they fucked up. They fucked up. She ugly. She ain't shit. He ain't his dude.
We all diss somebody doing this show. Come on now. Don't do that to me, man.
No, but I'm just saying, some people, hey, they making millions.
Rob,
they doing what this is the avenue that they chose.
Rob,
I can't hate on everybody because
we
I don't
all-
agree with their music. I don't like the
Listen.
young people music,
What's
but
up?
that's what they
let's keep it
chose.
let's keep it 100, fella. Let's keep it 100. We all are married men. If all of us were single right now, would our opinion of WAP be any different now?
If I was 10
Nope.
years younger,
Oh, Rob, see,
Rob, come on, dude.
You on bullshit, Rob.
Yeah, and I'm
I'm
watching
40
it
years
right now. I
old,
see
raising
absolutely
two
nothing
daughters.
wrong with Cardi
of course I
B's
have
legs.
something to do. Of course I think WAP is wrong towards women. Of course I think that.
But
Why
if
is
he
it
said
wrong?
if you
Why is
wasn't
it
married
wrong,
without
Rob?
the
It
kids,
just
what
ain't
would
for
you
you.
say? If you done had
Better-
if you done had your two daughters
Mhm.
and wasn't married, you would say WAP still is this ratchet. You would say
Listen.
that?
I mean, if I was
No,
30,
it's just a yes or no question.
10 years ago with no kids, no
Oh
wife,
Jesus!
I would have had a
I
different.
explained that to you. We
I
already
would have had a
made that.
different
That was the-
mindset towards WAP, but now as a 40-year-old with two daughters and a wife, of course I think WAP is wrong towards women. It degrades women.
How does it degrade women exactly?
About a negative portrayals of just the whole sex appeal towards the masses.
because she said she
Hey,
got some wet
listen,
ass pussy.
all I know, okay, if it degrades women, maybe I don't go outside enough. Maybe just me. But anytime I see somebody play that song, especially on a job that I do every day on my blocks, when that song come on, you said degrade women, though, Rob. All I see is women bending over, shaking their ass to it. So if it's grateful, then maybe I'm missing your point because it run a Grammy is winning is the performance on the Grammys. That's about the highest, I guess, pinnacle as far as like recognition you can get at this point. So
Correct.
Yeah.
if it's degradable, then maybe I'm missing something there, Rob, because it got 300 some million views on YouTube. So who is it degrading? Who's agreeing with you on this matter? Because I don't see nobody.
I guess
Them Catholic priests.
I guess I'm on an island then. I figured that y'all would have probably
Listen,
would have co-signed that notion, but hey,
it's
y'all haven't grown.
You ain't gotta
You're a
let your daughters
minority,
look
nigga.
at it.
But let me
You
say
ain't
this
gotta let
first,
your
y'all.
daughters look at
Y'all
it.
I
haven't
got
grown
daughters
as
too.
men, so I mean,
I got daughters too.
it's unfortunate.
Bang bang. Look, Rob, let's just keep it real, man. let's just be honest. All right. If you can look at a Cardi B video or whoever video and this women scantily dressed with their booty hanging out, and you consider them degrading, then you're degrading sex because that's what they're showing. They're showing sex. So you're saying sex is a bad thing, right? So if you're saying sex is a bad thing,
my thing is there's the trope out there saying that we're currently living in a rape culture. If
we've always been living in a rape culture. As long as there's been rape, that's a rape culture.
If we're living in a rape culture, then you can't put those images out there and dress like that out in public and like expect for like men to like treat you a certain way.
Don't nobody dress like that out in public.
You can't have it both ways.
Rob.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't. You can't have it both ways.
Rob.
What's up?
I respect your opinion about it, all right. But look at it from this point of view. There's people that think like you, which is not saying it's a bad thing, but there's also people that think like WAP too. So you can't just say it's wrong because for some people they enjoy that type of music. You might not. So you have to put things in perspective. And
I like WAP. I just don't like the WAP video, but I like WAP.
But it's way worse videos. Why are you making a big deal? Okay, let me ask you this. Let me just say this.
And the song fit the video. So what the fuck? You can't. I like the song, but not the video.
No.
Look, man.
I like WAP.
The stigma.
I don't like the video.
The stigma that's associated with
How's
your
they
view
play the video?
is a religious-based stigma, Rob. People don't feel like women should dress or behave a certain way comes from religion. Just like patriarchy. Two things you said you don't subscribe to. Are we seeing some continuity in your belief system?
Wait, say that one more time.
When the church is what put the stigma on how women should behave, how women should dress.
I mean,
that is a religious institution.
Yes.
No,
okay.
Not traditionalist, religious. Say it with me. Religious.
I'm a traditionalist.
Okay. But tradition has nothing to do with religion. It's two completely different things.
You said it earlier.
Traditionally, no, I didn't. I said religious. Traditionally, our people were outside in grass skirts and with the titties out. So how is this traditional? It's not. It's religious. Religious put the confine on how women should look and behave, as did the creation of this patriarchy, which is a biblical term, which I sent you in the chat. You can see. You're a very religious person.
Phil,
you're acting like an old religious person.
Phil, I want to hear how Hype Williams would have fucking directed the video.
Exactly my point.
With the content what they're talking about in the fucking song, did you want them to wear skirts to their fucking ankles
at church?
Yeah, a wet ass pussy at church.
It should have been a gospel song.
And can you imagine? Can you imagine the back? Can you imagine the back? Can you imagine the controversy that would have been if they shaking their ass in church?
Nelly, Phil, I'm just give y'all this point. Meg on the cover of Essence, she went all natural on the cover. She got dogged the fuck out, Rob, because they said, why she don't have her lashes and her makeup on, this and that. You know what I'm gonna tell the people? Because Robert wanted her to go natural and just be plain Jane and show everybody it's not all about the sex.
Don't bring that argument to me, because black men don't run those publications. It's ran by white men. So take that fight to them.
So who's degrading then?
Well, Rob,
you on one page you got white men lifting up black women and putting them in front of everybody to see, and then on the other hand, we got, I guess, somebody saying that it's not good for them to do this. So who's right?
Well, I think I'm right. So,
well, I think you need to go back to church, because that's where you belong, old church man.
What's the next subject?
That's it, man. Well, for the last segment, I'll give y'all my beauty of the week. The beauty of the week this week is this young lady is born in Detroit but raised in Mississippi. I just hope that we're not distant cousins. So right now I'm doing family history for my family back in Mississippi, but she won Miss USA 2020. She's going to compete for the Miss Universe in 2021, which is going to come up in Florida sometime soon. And this is Miss Asia Branch. She's my current beauty of the week for this week. So Miss Asia Branch, congratulations to you. What y'all think of her?
Nah, I ain't saying nothing. I want to see what she look like with all that makeup off. How about that, Rob?
Right.
It's people that say the Miss America contest is degrading.
They do say that, yeah. Rob. I was just, Phil, you took the words out of my mouth. This
Why
is degrading.
Why?
Because she's got to be in a bikini. They're going to have a bikini scene. That's degrading women. You know, it's not really about her intellect and her mind, which they say they do. It's who's the sexiest. Rob, that's degrading the person that you picked today.
They have different categories for those competitions. They have like a swimsuit section.
Eric, I'm offended. Hey Eric, I'm offended.
I'm offended with the person you picked. It should have been a more of a pro-black.
Something
like Jill Scott, motherfucker.
Something like Meg.
Jill Scott.
You want to see Jill Scott?
Yeah, that's what you, because
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I never see you pick any, full body women, Rob. It's always these skinny Barbie looking women. What's that all about?
It's almost damn degrading.
That's pretty degrading. Are you saying that normal looking women can't be beautiful?
I swear, man, y'all full of shit, man.
We flipped this on your ass today. You should have had the ugliest chick you could find to be the motherfucker after you came out from behind that WAP shit. You should have had the ugliest buck-tooth bitch you could find to put on that nigga.
This guy say, I don't condone Megan, but then she put on Miss America.
Right.
All lashes makeup.
Tits coming dead out her fucking dress right now.
You can put that picture back up.
Hey,
though.
he's talking about some. Yeah, I mean, she's fine, a motherfucker. But you know, she's going to be Miss Universe in 2021.
Right.
Make sure that y'all root for her. Yeah, so
ain't nobody gonna watch this shit.
Hey, real
things
quick,
coming out next month.
Real quick,
Nobody
fellas,
watching that shit.
real quick, fellas, before we get off.
All right.
Who's y'all Final Four in March Madness?
Man, I filled in my bracket. I mean, I forgot who I picked for Final Four, but I got Michigan winning it all.
I get I still took Gonzaga to beat Illinois, but I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. Loyola beating the shit out of Illinois right now.
Are
They
they?
playing right now?
Yeah.
What's the score?
They up by 10. Wait, let me see.
Damn.
They in the second half. And they beating the shit out of Illinois too.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Then they show her sister Jean. She throwing up pitchforks and shit. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, Sister Jean, she's a good luck charm for him, huh?
She is a good luck. Hey, if she win, if they at least make it to the Sweet 16, I think the Lakers need to hurry up and get this motherfucker on the sideline. G.
Hey, speaking of the Lakers, man, LeBron went down last night.
Yeah, he went
A
down.
lot of people had injuries last night.
Hey,
Yeah.
one thing about LeBron, he is very conscious of his stats, right? So after he had the high ankle sprain, right?
He shot the three.
He had 7 points.
Yeah.
So he shot a three, hit that, and on the very next possession, he chose to come out the game. I'm like, LeBron, you are so full of shit. You could have
keep
kept
his
the
double
fucking game.
figures. He
Right.
want to keep his double figures.
That is not why he did
is
that.
he
Okay?
is full of shit.
He wanted to
That's why I
lead
can't
his
stand
team.
LeBron.
He wanted to lead his team and inspire
But he couldn't
them
do
to
it.
carry
Right,
on without
to
him.
carry on.
You a hater,
it's
Rob.
You know
50 to
damn
40.
well he should have went out the game right away, but he had to get his 3 points to get his double figures, and then he wanted to get out the game. So
In history, that would have had an asterisk on it anyway, Rob.
But it's 50 to 42 with 8 minutes left. Layola's up.
okay,
50-42. Amen.
Right.
Yeah. Loyola might steal that game.
well,
That's a
shit. I guess I'm going upstairs and finish watching that game. I gotta watch the girls while the wife do some work. So, but yeah, man. Hey, y'all, man, we had a good episode, man. An hour 50 minutes. CornaStore Podcast 35, and signing off. See y'all later.
Y'all know we out of here, baby.
All right. Yeah.